You can see here I've got my gunslinger character that you guys have normally seen, and now thanks to the cheat engine, I've got, within 5 minutes, a max level that has every piece, any piece I could possibly want, set up in about 5 minutes with this cheat engine. So I'm going to get into how that's possible. So this tool that I'm talking about for Grim Dawn is called Grim Dawn Trained Hard. It is an all-in-one cheat engine that, like I said, goes way beyond giving yourself simple conveniences or the kind of normal cheats that you might expect from a game. Here from the menu, once it's installed, you've got all of these different tabs that offer all of these different options and things that you can do for your character. Things like giving yourself iron, right? Essentially making you super rich if you want to instantly in the game. You can change your character level, you can change your devotion points, you can change your attributes. Now, that is actually the reason why I found out about this tool in the first place. Let's go into Grim Dawn actually. The way that I came to find out about this cheat engine was because way earlier when I was just getting into Grim Dawn and trying to figure out how to play it, you know, what it offered and stuff like that, I realized that there didn't seem to be an in-game way of resetting your attributes. You can reset your skill points if you want to, you can reset even your devotions for a cost, but through research very quickly I realized that it's impossible to reset your attributes. And at the time I was just kind of like reading what people were saying about this, and one person said in the forums somewhere, maybe it was on the official forums, I don't know, but they said something about the only way that you can do it, the only way you can reset your attributes is with a cheat engine. And I'm like, well, that sucks. I mean, I get that old school kind of game design, right, where you make decisions and you have to stick with them and all of their consequences and stuff like that, right? I get that totally. So at that time I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just move on with my build and stuff like that. And then recently, as I was looking into different gunslingers, I started seeing like how differently people were setting up maybe their attributes. And again, it kind of got me curious, like, what is this cheat engine like? And I don't think there's any real harm in resetting your attributes. Not really. And that's how I came to know about the Trained Hard for Grim Dawn. And so it does that. It allows you to modify your attributes. It allows you to modify your stats. It gives you God mode, of course. It does just so many freaking things. Here you can click sliders to increase your attack speed. So what's my attack speed at? 119. Let's click the slider and see what it gives me now. Success, it says. Let's open that up. 1600. What does 1600 attack speed look like? It breaks the game. That's what that looks like. So you can do things like that. You've got casting speed, running speed. You can adjust your resistances. You can even change the time of day in the game. It's insane what this engine can do. I can't believe how many options there are for this. And I'm not even going to break it down as far as everything that it can do. What else does it do? It does really crazy things too, like allows you to change your gender, change your name, say how many monsters you've killed, how many bosses you've killed, what's the most powerful monster that you've killed. It'll allow you to manipulate your skills if you feel like it's just too much trouble to use the normal in-game reset tool to adjust your skills. Well, you can use this to select whatever. I can go to Demolitionist, and then I can look for Fire Strike and reset all of my Fire Strike points from here, or give myself, I guess, as many. Let's see. Give myself as many Fire Strike points as I want. Let's try 55. Success. Well, it doesn't seem to be at 55, but there you go. I just maxed out Fire Strike into ridiculous heights. We also have got things like Clark Kent mode, increases your character's speed, endless buffs, endless flasks, remove cooldowns, pet god mode. What else do we have here? Next tab, we've got character size. I'm at 1.05. Let's crank that up. Success. And now I'm a fucking colossus. Oh my god, what does that even look like? This is the first time I've done some of these adjustments. Oh wow, look at that. This is this is definitely game breaking right here in the literal sense. This is probably just going to end up causing the game to crash at some point. But that is absolutely hilarious. Let's go back and change that. Character size, right? 1 point.
Success.
Character size 0.05? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh boy. I'm somewhere on the screen, and because of how tiny I am, that's how fast I am. That's how fast my little legs can carry me. Wow, that's pretty hardcore right there. Let's go ahead. We can click that to reset it, and now I'm normal again. Okay. Whew. Disable fog, free camera. Oh, you know, again, some of these things I think are kind of cool, kind of fun and interesting. Nice, convenient little tweaks that you can make to the game. Like, for example, free dismantling. I'm gonna be honest, this whole dynamite system, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think that, like most ARPGs, it shouldn't require anything except maybe, I don't know, whatever the main currency is, gold, or in this case, iron bits or something like that, to dismantle items. I don't want to need dynamite. It's stupid to put a stick of dynamite into a pair of pants to dismantle it, so I can enable free dismantling. The no mats thing I wouldn't do, but that's a thing there too. You can unlock more difficulties, elite, ultimate mode. You can even cheat death. Why you would want to even do this, I don't have a clue. If you're playing hardcore, you play it because of the excitement that you might die. If you revive hardcore characters with a tool like this, you might as well have not played a damn hardcore character in the first place then. Here's another thing I actually like, because it's something that I don't necessarily like about Grim Dawn in the whole reputation grinding thing. I'll explain why I don't like it in a second, but essentially, yeah, you've got these two tabs here that will allow you to adjust your reputation as much as you want for all of the different factions here. In Grim Dawn, you want to max out Devil's Crossing and all the good factions to give you access to their items and stuff like that, whatever, then there you go. You can also unlock Nemesis enemies by going ahead and cranking down all of the enemies and their factions. Me personally, for me as an ARPG player, I like to be able to make a lot of characters. I like to experiment with builds, and especially like as a way of showing you guys lots of different builds, lots of different gameplay styles and stuff like that. Here in Grim Dawn, I can't really do that unless I absolutely know life and play Grim Dawn only to try and grind up the levels, to try and grind up all of the reputation and stuff like that, to be able to show you guys what these builds can do at their max capacity, at their max level and potential, right? And even just for normal players, I think this will probably look very nice to be able to go ahead and just crank up your reputations instead of having to go through all of the very slow, too slow, honestly, grind for reputation here in Grim Dawn. So, yeah, a bit of my personal feelings as far as Grim Dawn and this tool combined. Let's move on to the next tab. What else do we have here? Combat logging. Here you can quickly reset your skill points and your attribute points at the bottom of that. Monster spawn rate. You can reduce enemies' attributes from here. There's all sorts of other options from here. Game speed, multiplier. There's even multiplayer hacks You can make your character invisible, I guess. So, again, a lot of these I haven't actually tried myself. And then here in the last tab, this is how I was able to, with that new gunslinger that I made, able to spawn anything that I want, pretty much. There may be some restrictions on this. You can even spawn creatures. That's crazy. But any piece of gear, it seems, right? All I have to do is just type in a name, like for example, Zwins. Run a search, and then it gives me a bunch of items that it is trying to predict from that name. Now, it's not actually giving me what I'm looking for. Let's look for chest guard, right? So we look up chest guard, and now it gives me a bunch of results for chest guard, and there's the Ulzuin's chest guard that maybe I want for my character. Double click it, it gives me a preview, and spawn. Success. Open up inventory. There it is. Ulzuin's chest guard. So, if you want just about any legendary or item in general, from blueprints to the augments, components, pretty much whatever you want, you can spawn it using this cheat engine. And it's things like that I find to be distasteful for me personally, because again, it's almost like what I said about hardcore characters. What's the point in playing hardcore if you're just going to give yourself a cheat to respawn anyway? Why play a loot hunting game if you're just going to make items spawn with a cheat engine? Like, I don't understand that. Like, if you're serious like about playing the game properly, and you should, I think, then you wouldn't use this at all. The only reason, again, to use such a thing like this is, like, for example, me, I would like to throw out a bunch of build videos for you guys on here's an awesome tank build, here's an awesome ranged build, here's an awesome magical build, whatever, something like that. For the average player, this does so much more that they don't need, I think, unless they are like me, or they're just really addicted to having and needing to try out so many different classes and builds and stuff like that. But even then, and I'm on a rant here, but this is going to ruin people. I just know it. This is going to spoil so many people that they can't go back from this. A part of me feels like it's kind of the fault of Grim Dawns for this being in existence, this tool, because of things like the restrictions on resetting your attributes. Again, I wouldn't even have known about this cheat engine had I been allowed to go ahead naturally and reset my attributes. Which I know people are going to be upset for me saying that, but I mean, it's just goofy to me. Why force people to, commit to attribute points with their characters, but then on the other hand allow them to reset their character skills and their devotion points? If you're going to allow them to reset skills and devotion points, why not allow them to go ahead and reset their attribute points as well? It just doesn't make sense to me. And again, the whole reputation thing, I'm gonna say it like this: at the rate that I'm able to level up with my character, by the time I have the reputation grinded up to be able to use these items, I'm already 10-20 levels beyond that anyway, unless I want to stop and force myself to repeat bounties over and over and over again to try and keep up my reputation, achievements with my level achievements. Then, you're going to leave it behind, it feels like. So maybe they should nerf the amount of experience needed to be able to level up reputations, because as it is, you have to do way too much bounty grinding to be able to, like I said, keep up with the levels that your character is at. I need to go back and fix this, actually. When I first started messing around with this cheat engine, I started just doing that, like with the reputation. I was like, holy shit. I can max out my reputations just like that. If you just play Grim Dawn without the cheat engine, you'll be fine, probably. and you'll learn from your mistakes when you go on to make another character, to be smarter maybe about setting your attributes and things like that. But I do wish that there were more options. I don't want necessarily Grim Dawn to change and become more casual friendly, taking away from what the kind of more, I guess, hardcore players like about Grim Dawn. The slower leveling, for example. I've heard some people say that even now Grim Dawn's leveling is too fast, which is okay. Really, because I feel like it's pretty damn slow compared to other games anyway. But I feel like what it does should, for the most part, be left alone, but there should be more options. Things that, for example, will allow you to go ahead and reset your attributes, have better, faster methods for reputation grinding, or something, you know, in combination with doing bounties that makes reputation just go a bit faster. Same thing with levels. I know a lot of people like the slower leveling process, but it would be nice if there was a way to much more quickly, within like a few hours, to go ahead and level a character to max. You know, just basically the way I want to say Diablo 3 does. You know, if you want to, you've got the story mode. You can go play the story mode and play it as slow as you want. But if you really want a faster character, you want to get, you know, cranked up and, you know, working on ladders for the season or something like that, then you go into adventure mode or free mode, whatever you want to call it, right? That they could maybe add to Grim Dawn, and then that allows you to very quickly, you know, kill shit tons of enemies, you know, and get yourself from 1 to 85 maybe in a few hours or in a couple of days or something like that. Something like that I do feel like Grim Dawn is missing. And if Crate would do something like that, if they would create some more options, more gameplay features and things like that, they could potentially eliminate the need for a lot of players being interested in a cheat engine like Trained Hard and what it offers in the first place. That's all I've got to say though on that, and that's a whole lot of my opinions. I want to know what you guys think about Trained Hard, the all-in-one cheat engine for Grim Dawn. I did also forget to mention where you can get this cheat engine, which probably was the biggest shock of all. You can find it on the official site. I shit you not. You can find... There's a link to it in the description of this video. It will take you to the official Grim Dawn forums where you can download this cheat engine. And that's all I've got to say for now. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments section. Click the like button to support Grim Dawn videos here on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. I will probably go ahead and move forward with, like what I said before. I would like to go ahead and make some characters max leveled, max geared, max reputation and stuff like that, just so that way I can have some, you know, cool build spotlights or something like that, videos to show to you guys. What does that mean for me leveling a necromancer character? I don't want to use the cheat engine at all, at least not for the first character. I just want to play the game naturally, the way that people are supposed to play the game pretty much. But I will, like I said, for the build spotlight reasons, go ahead and probably make another necromancer, an inquisitor or something like that, and max them out just to show you guys what those builds or those characters look like at max level. But that's not going to happen for a while. We still don't know anything about the expansion release date or anything like that. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.